Oh my god, we already have water dripping in on this one. I don't know if you can see that. There's water in the bucket already. You can see it dripping. I just popped this off here. Have not even flipped this flap yet. The other camera is downloaded and I grabbed the other one out of the bag so I can actually film this in case I see something, freak out about something, whatever the case may be. See the presentation of it all. Make sure we're still on here. Okay, yeah, we should be on it. All right, let's pull this out. I like the fact that just being in the box like this, they're going to stand better, not tip over, fall over. They should all be wrapped up nice and decent instead of just round pieces that are going to shift. So I do like that, as well as keeping dust and debris off of it. Just looks nice. So I like that. This one here is really not much to really show other than we're going to cut it open and test it here. Let's get a knife. This is just so much lighter to maneuver. I love it. Just looking at it, I like it. I like the color. I'd like to know where they get the name Mercy and what it's for. Let me see if I have a micrometer back here. I usually do. There's a cheap one. Batteries are probably all dead. Alright, they're dead. Alright, so the micrometers are dead. We're going to have to do that another time. So I want to just cut a piece off big enough to test this here. You know what, let's slice this one for a good enough sample board. Damn. That's durable. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cutting, but it's not like normal. I'll set this aside. I want a piece that doesn't say Mercy. Should be big enough for a... Actually, we're going to have to cut into it a little bit to get this to test right. Should be a good enough sample size. That stuff is really good. I was wondering how I was going to have to rig this so this to work, but that's all I'm going to have to do right there. It sticks to the bucket. Alright, let's get a nail. Poke this down right here. We're going to leave it up a little bit. Push it past the first copper barb. Just leave it at that. Let's get a measure of water somehow. I don't have a cup or anything where I can kind of measure this out. My office is an absolute mess. Alright, we're just going to eyeball it. There you go, completely submerged. That looks like hygroscopic or hydrophobic, whatever they say, to where water does not want to stick to the surface. It's like completely wet, or dry, once the water moves off of it. Alright, let's just let this sit overnight. Right here. Let's get a piece of this. Damn. It tore right down the edge here. I mean, pretty much any ice and water is going to do that right there. If you let it start to tear, it'll just continue to tear. I don't have any desire to really even use this. They sent it to me. So we're going to kind of look at it and compare it to. There's a hole here, so we're going to have to pull some off. Cut this right here. This will just be a piece that we're going to test on the gripability of it. You know what? Let's get this thing here. There we go. That'll be a piece we test with that right there. Back her off as if it was going to be installed. Let's get another one here. I can't just force it down, it'll probably snap. Has that classic asphalt smell. Alright, I don't believe I damaged it anywhere. We're going to push that nail in just past the first copper barb. What I mean by the copper barbs are these right here. So I want to point out the reason why and kind of talk about that. I know why, but I didn't say. Your copper barbs are what hold the nails together in the gun. You see one right there, there's the other, and they typically snap and break upward. What those are for on pneumatic guns, there's a feeder. When one drives down, this feeder advances to pull the next one in, and they're all put together with these copper barbs, so it keeps pulling the coil into the feeder. Now, why I want to emphasize why I want to push past the first copper barb is because that copper barb is going to take up some space. Pushing it through the ice and water, it's going to take up that space, push through that first copper barb. Is it going to reseal around there? Is the ice and water going to shrink into that? I don't know. But I wanted to point that out. I wanted to make sure it goes through the first copper barb. You can feel that feels loose. And I don't want to manipulate that too much, because then people in the comments will be like, oh, he flipped it around, he moved it around. I'd like to do another one with that and actually move it around like this. Now obviously if you waller it too much, you're going to really do damage, but I only move that a little bit and it feels loose. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to do. I guess I didn't show that the buckets were dry. There's going to be people like, you didn't show the inside of the bucket. Got some water on that. Let that set aside for a few minutes. And let's get the Tamco roll. This is one I paid for. I'm just gonna open it up and destroy it in testing for you guys. On a little bit of a side note, they're only relying on this paper to hold this together. There's a lot of days where your material isn't in the greatest weather. It's not always bagged from the supplier, so moisture getting to this. There have been days where it rained overnight. This is pretty much useless and these break open. Not a big deal. Water's not going to hurt your roll, but just wanted to point that out too. Let's get our first cover piece for testing. Make sure I'm still rolling here. My batteries are getting kind of low. Yeah, I'm gonna have to speed this up a little bit. Where's my cutter? Let's get a piece for the walking test. Apparently, that didn't get on there. And let's get one for the actual nail penetration test. These are all split backer as well. Obviously, I think you've seen, I didn't mention that in the first part. This feels a little thicker. All right, there's my third bucket. I will also say that Reese Wholesale has one coming out. This is their flashing version. So I do want to not leave them out. They gave me a test roll. This was a flashing one. I've used it once on an actual job the day after I got back, or the morning of when I flew back from Irie. And I had really good things to say about this too. One thing is, it's a lot thinner material than this one. But do want to point that out. And shout out to him for letting me see some as well. All these buckets were dry. Just try to keep it gently in there. Let's get another nail. Should have one right there. Again, the copper barb. We're going to go past the first copper barb. There it is. You see in there, we're deep enough. Actually, it's not quite past the first barb. We're up to the second one right there. Let's get some water on it. It's about the same as what the other one was. Oh my God, we already have water dripping in on this one. I don't know if you can see that. There's water in the bucket already. You can see it dripping. And I hate to say it, this was Tamco. Carefully set this one down. This is the same style by BM Direct. Let's see if I can lift this up. There is a drop of water in it. Get my hat off. This has been up here for a while. That's one drop, or well, it's not literally one drop, but one small spot of water. And I do believe this was also the one that I actually kind of played around and a little bit. Ooh, I should not say that word on YouTube. And this one is, ouch, dry. I had a little cyst cut off my head and that just hurt. My stitches right there. But this is dry, there's nothing. Alright, so I didn't know how this was going to perform. I've never done this, never tested it. Literally just opened this on camera after the weighing it. 3 of them. This has sat the longest so far. This sat the next amount of time, a few minutes in between. And the Tamco one, I'm sorry, I did a lot of that last year. But now, again, the temperature. Alright, so right now we warmed up today. This is outdoors. There's a weather station outside. Almost knocked my bucket over. And inside I'm reading at 63. So what I said on my mini split, it's actually off. I have a lot of thermometers around here to check. This one's actually reading just under 60 degrees. Right at about 60. Try to get it right up here so you can see. It's about where my thumb is. It's close enough to 60. I don't know if it's going to focus on here for you guys. Right there. Maybe you can see it with it rotated. So we're just going to call it 60 degrees. To be fair, 60 degrees outside with sun on a roof, building up heat, it's going to flow a little more. More tests to come. The durability, the walkability, your gripability of it. Again, if you like this content, give it a quick thumbs up. I did edit a little piece of this because I could not find my caliper. Strength test, tear test, pull test, stand test, you name it, we'll cover it. Until next time, we'll see you then.